Hello everyone, this is Max Gullekson and this is Southbridge Community Television right here in our studios in Elm Street in beautiful Southbridge. Today I'm here with the proprietor, the head of the nerve center of the entire town of Southbridge right now as far as democracy is concerned, our town clerk Maddie Bonadies. Hi Maddie.
Hi Max, how are you?
Good.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, you're welcome. Thanks for coming on. It's always a pleasure to have you.
Pleasure to be here, as always.
Now, I noticed down in your office, it's a beehive of activity for the past little while now. I know that this is a presidential year. You got 4 elections, and now what, you're on your 3rd, is it?
That's correct, yes.
Which one is it?
This is the state primary, and it's going to be held officially on September 1st. And however, we have early voting, and as everybody well knows, they must have received a postcard saying that they could choose if they wanted to vote by mail, whether they wanted to vote for just the primary, for the presidential, or for both.
Oh, I see.
So we've been busy mailing out all those ballots. As of today, we've probably mailed out almost 2,000 ballots.
Maddie, I don't recall it being a mail-in being such a part of the criteria of this. Now, this being a presidential year, it's busy anyway. You have 4 elections.
Correct.
Now, we've got the wrinkle that we're all suffering through, this whole COVID thing.
Correct.
Just changing the whole emphasis on this. And it appears that this mail-in is part of that because people don't want to come out. What kind of challenges are you faced with this year that you haven't been in the past?
Well, it is very difficult to, because this was set on so soon, quickly before the election coming up, so we've had to really hustle, get everything all done, mailed out, and hope to come back. And then also, this weekend is early voting. It is going to be held from 8 to 12, Saturday and Sunday of this weekend, and then all next week during normal business hours. We're going to have early voting right here at Town Hall. And then the actual polling location will be open on September 1st from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m.
Okay, so it just seems like there's more and more options to vote. Or they can mail in.
Oh, they can mail in. They can call us. We'll mail them an application if they didn't receive one. They can do it that way. They can come in here in Town Hall, or they can just go to the polls, whichever they prefer. But I would just like to let everybody know that every ballot is counted, no matter how you do it.
It seems, I don't think on the local level, but it seems like on a national level, this whole, with the mail-in and everything has become a focus of concern for people. I feel so assured knowing you and your staff that nothing like that here is going to happen.
No, it's all checks and balances. We get the application, we mail it out. Before we mail it out, we count all the ballots that we mail out to make sure that they match the cards. Then we mail them out. When they come back in, we check some balances again. We check it off on the list, and then we store it in the vault until the election day and when they're counted.
Oh, for crying out loud, Maddie. No wonder you and Julie and Evelyn are so busy all the time. You've got all these different stations and steps that you
Absolutely.
That you never...
By the time it's done, we've probably touched that postcard and that ballot like 10, not the ballot, but the envelope that it came in like 10 times.
Wow.
And just a point of interest, in 2016 at the state primary, we had 265 voters between going to the polls and absentee. This year, because of the vote by mail, we're up over 2,000.
No kidding.
Yeah.
You think that voting, anecdotally, do you think that voting by mail is encouraging people to vote?
I believe so, and then I still believe people are nervous of the COVID, which I completely understand, and they don't want to take any chances. And who knows what it's going to be like when we go further down the road for the presidential.
Right.
Is COVID going to be better, or is it going to be worse?
Let me ask you, Maddie, I mean, that's not that far away either. I guess it's hard to predict the future regarding federal guidelines and even state guidelines of our governor and so forth. Do you anticipate we're looking at the same scenario for the November presidential election?
Absolutely, but probably threefold. What's going to happen is if the people who did not respond to those postcards, we enter those in when we get them. So the state knows who has returned them and who hasn't. So what they're going to do in October is whoever didn't respond to those postcards, they're going to get another postcard for the presidential. So they're going to give them another opportunity to vote by mail.
I don't ever remember it being easier for a person to vote.
This is so easy.
I mean, back in the day, you got a 13-hour window, which
that's it.
was what most people, all they needed. Either you're going before or after work. But now, I mean, a week beforehand here at the town hall, and then, of course, the mail-in, and And then the original election.
Yes, that's it.
This is going to be crazy. Crazy as it is now, it's going to be worse than the presidential.
It will be worse because for the presidential, we have to be open for 2 weeks plus 2 weekends, plus the election.
Wow.
Yes.
And
Yep.
that's traditionally, Maddie, isn't that traditionally the election that gets the biggest turnout?
Yes. Last presidential election, we got almost 7,000 voters. So I'm sure we'll be well over that this
Wow.
time around.
That's more than half the registered voters here in town.
Yeah,
What a
right.
difference between that and the other elections, huh?
It's crazy, but
It's much more involved. Yeah, I
Yes.
guess people care about the president.
that's right. That's going
Yeah,
to be a big
I
big
guess so.
election.
Maddie, thanks for coming on.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
And thanks on behalf of the town for you and your staff down there. I know it's been crazy. I go by there every day and there was like a 3-ring circus down there. You got papers everywhere. And
That's right. But we know what we're doing down there.
yeah, and there's an end
And I
in
want to
sight.
thank my staff as well. They've been working diligently.
Yeah.
So
Terrific.
I'm very fortunate.
Well, I just feel so confident as a citizen and a resident of Southbridge that everything in our clerk's office and our election is going to be great. It's going to be on the up and up. People are going to vote and they're going to do their duty. And Lord knows you people are making it easy for them to do so.
We hope so. So if anybody has any questions, feel free to give us a call and we'll try to help them out.
All right, what's your phone number?
508-764-5408.
Thanks, Maddie.
Thanks, Max.
Folks, thanks so much for tuning into Southbridge Community Television with Town Clerk Maddie Bonadies and yours truly, Max Gullekson, talking about the upcoming election and how exciting is that. And hope that you voted and hope to see you around Southbridge. Thanks for watching.